Well, the best show in Avon Lake, the best free show in Avon Lake takes place over near the library. And lots of people come over there night after night and just watch. And tonight with us we have Richard and Barbara Zebrin. Richard is the president of the Shoreman Band-Aids Association, and we're going to find out about this big free show. Well, welcome to Around and About Avon Lake. It's very nice to have you both here. Now, you are the president of the Band-Aids.
Correct.
And I think Band-Aids is a very interesting title. Does it mean, is it plastic, or is it a fabric, or...
We're the support group for the Avon Lake Marching Band.
And
the symphonic.
Oh, in other words, you go inside in the winter.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. And let's just go back a little bit. And how did you get involved in this?
We got involved back when our daughter was a freshman. She's a majorette, and we started participating in the group, just to try and be part of the organization and give the kids encouragement, which is one of our biggest goals, to encourage the kids to play well, give them all the support we can, help them in any way we can. This year we purchased quite a few instruments for them. 3 years ago we purchased a set of instruments. The Band-Aids have purchased all of those Herald trumpets that people enjoy watching.
So in other words, you're there to help in any way you can.
Any way we can.
Well, I was talking to you the other day, Barbara, and you were telling about all this job that you had been doing. I thought it was a very interesting sounding one.
Well, I'm the telephone chairman, and I make all the calls and set up all the volunteers to our concession stands every Friday night for the home games. Get all the cookie bakers, because we serve cookies to both bands at halftime. And also for band servers that serve the band.
And then you said you were also spent the week cleaning
Yes,
things.
we ordered, we have new uniforms for the majorettes this year. And the capes were getting a little old, and yet we're not ready to purchase new ones. So I spent the last month, 2 months, scrubbing them. They have to be done by hand.
And so that gives you something to do during the day, and then you call all these people. I suppose you do a lot of that at night because that's when people are available.
Yes.
And you do all that, and he's the president.
Yeah.
Ah, very good.
This year we were fortunate that at our last meeting we just had last week, there was a real great turnout at our meeting, and we had a lot of people volunteer without having to make a lot of phone calls this year.
Wonderful.
Which we would love to see every year.
Yes.
Because it does get time consuming.
Hang up the phone and forget about the phone, and everybody just shows up. Wouldn't that be great?
Because we use 25 volunteers for home games, between the concession stands, cookie bakers, and band servers. And I'm almost set for volunteers except for the last game. So it was excellent.
If you're available for the last game, give her a call. And, well, now, as we go along here with all of this, and you work with, you are always there for practices and everything?
I try to be there I'm there at every night practice. Morning practices, because of work, I can't make, but I'm in constant contact with the band director, Jerry Severin. And this year he's got his assistant, Dave Schwartz, helping out. He's a great help this year. He's taking quite a bit of the workload away from Jerry and I. And the kids love him. He's great with the kids. Everybody is real enthusiastic this year with Jerry. Everybody that I've talked to in the past years, the alumni, were really disappointed that Mr. Fingston retired, but Jerry's taking on real well. And he's excited this year.
Yes, because now he is the boss.
He's the boss. He's the big boss this year.
That's right. Well, now, how many, let's go back a little bit. We were talking about all your volunteers and so forth. How many people are involved in band I always want to call it band parents, but in band aids.
We have at our regular meetings around 20 people. This time is the biggest one I've ever seen. We had, I would say, about 70 or 80 people.
70 or 80. Well, no wonder you got
And
all
we
those
s-
volunteers.
And we still had an audience for the kids.
Well, wonderful.
And it was great. We've got, we do other things besides just the marching band. We take the kids to, kids, I keep calling them kids. I should call them young adults because they are.
But kids is so much
They're
easier to
students.
say.
But we take them to state and district contests. We take, as chaperones, parents take off work and just take care of the kids and keep an eye on, protect them, protect the instruments. We've got quite a few dollars invested in instruments for the Avon Lake school system.
Well, now, as I say, I want to call them band parents, and I realize that's not what you call yourselves. Do you have anybody who isn't a band parent in the organization?
Oh, yes.
Some people that started
We
out
have
and
alumni.
Alumni.
That our secretary is alumnus. Her.
Who is this?
This is Samantha Mathna. Her boy just started 6th grade at Learwood. So he's coming up. Barb McCaw, who sells Hallmark over here. She is past president, and she's been a great help. She's our 4th vice president this year.
The 4th vice president.
Right. We took her from president to 4th. No,
Devoted.
The duties are, our 4 vice presidents are the cream of the crop. We've got one that takes care of Bandorama. We have one that takes care of strictly concession stands. And we have one that takes care of the patron drive in the spring. And then Barb helps all of us.
Well, now, besides the football games, do you know how many there are of those this year?
There's 10.
10
There's 10
altogether.
football games. Starting the 30th of August.
30th of August. Well, and we know that you're going to be there for those, but what else are you going to be doing?
Starting the first week in September, I believe that's going to be the 6th, we are going to our first Bandorama. We then have in the following week our Bandorama, which we have 9 participating bands from throughout the area. Then we will be going to Bandoramas every Saturday until homecoming. We do the homecoming event. Then we go back to Bandoramas until Baldwin Wallace. And we perform at the Baldwin Wallace Parade and homecoming. We have been asked for the 5th year in a row to perform for their homecoming. Berea and Mid-Park do all of their regular home games, but we always manage to get in
Come
there
in
for
for the
homecoming.
special, is that
That's right.
it? Very good. Well, now, one of the things that started all of this is we notice in the evenings, the cars pull up, the bicycles come up, people come in trucks to watch the practice. Now, of course, once school starts, some of this may sort of, because it'll get dark, and people will probably, that'll taper off a bit. But what do you suppose causes all these people to come out there? I mean, I know there's some that are parents who are going to take the kid home after the practice. But what do you suppose causes?
It's been a long tradition that they practice over there, and a lot of them are alumni that stop and watch, wishing they were still back out there. We've got that every year. Can we go back out there? Can we go back there? No.
You'll have to start an alumni band.
Well, this is food for thought. We have plenty of avenues to take.
And now, then, of course, if you're there night after night, I'm sure you see improvements.
Oh, yes. From day one till today, we marched in the rain, and they were the loudest and best thing so far.
There'll be something about the rain.
Well, they were excited.
Yes.
They've come a long way from, especially the amount of freshmen we have. We've got almost a third of the band is freshmen, and they are just really enthusiastic and learning quick. We have 130 participants this year.
One of the things I was interested too, and I called you this evening, Barbara, about this, I said, well, it's raining. What about this? He said, they'll go out there unless it thunders and lightnings. They'll be there. And of course, I chickened out. I was going to come over and do the interview with them in the background. It was going to be very classy. But as it is, we're indoors dry. Well, we thank you for coming by, and well, we're going to sort of tune in on one of those shows now. And thank you very much for coming by. I've been talking to Rich and Barb here. Well, Rich is the president of Band-Aids, and Barb is, well, his best Band-Aid, I think. So, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for your patronage.
1, 2, 3, 4.
that's our program for this time. We hope you'll be with us next week when we bring you some more news and features about things that are going on here in Avon Lake. And in the meantime, this is Bob Boland saying, watch out for us, because we're going to be watching out for you as we go around and about Avon Lake.